Hello, this is Ayshah Price again with Small Business Bootcamp. We are talking about segmentation and marketing mix, which I'm sure many of you have already heard about. Product, price, place, and promotion. Of course, we've heard about the marketing mix, but the importance of using, the marketing mix and our target market segmentation is key. In order to market our target clients, we really need to understand what their needs are and what their wants are, right? And when you segment the market and put them in different demographical groups, it helps you to sell your product a little bit more successfully. It helps you target the appropriate market and the appropriate client. You would identify those different distinctive groups with some of the characteristics, lump them together, and decide what are the benefits and what's the need and what's the want in that market at the time. And you can use market research to see, what the needs are in the market and what individuals are asking for, because that demand, we watched a video about supply and demand is what dictates all of our efforts in business. Okay. And then you also can narrow down the market into a segment, right? A segment that leads to more successful product launch because you're providing those specific skills and needs or benefits that client specifically wants. Okay. And then you're being able to market the clients that need you and that need to see your product. That's the most important concept. So we talked last week about the different marketing mix, how we used to have just the 4 Ps and it turned into the 7 Ps and the 7 Cs. And we're talking about like our commodities and our costs. How much does it cost us to do business? How convenient is it for a consumer to find our product? What message are we communicating? What's the social responsibility? What's the values of our corporation? What's our brand? What's at that outward image that we're portraying? How are we benefiting our consumer? Who is our consumer? And what are the needs and wants that the consumer wants? And what are the circumstances that we're providing the product or services in our media distribution channel? Then we look at the physical environment. It could be online, it could be a brick and mortar. We focus on the process, and we're going to talk a little bit about the process today. Process of your business, your product, your service. How does it get from one to the other? How does it get created? How does it get given to the customer? What do they receive? How does that look, right? What are the people, the overall impression that we want to give to the market? Okay. So these are some of the things that coincide with the marketing mix. And just keep in mind the marketing mix, it changes a little bit. Okay. We have been consistent. Channels really talks about distribution media and stuff which signed, but I haven't got a chance to watch. So
Ms. Price, you're breaking up.
my apologies, you all. Video. Okay.